Wait lang.
Wow. Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
Bit.
Why are you nervous?
I'm a little bit.
Why are you nervous?
No, like nervous inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, game. Hello! Welcome.
Hi,
Welcome. This is the Halo Halo show. I think we're talking too loud. Let's start again. Hold on. Ang ingay natin eh.
Ikaw may...
Okay, ready? Go!
Hello!
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Halo Halo show, aka the Halo Halo podcast.
Okay, so first things first, I want to propose a theme song. Okay,
What?
are you ready?
What is it?
Halo Show.
Yeah, we don't have the budget. Kasi gusto namin with stingers and a theme song. Maybe in the future. In the future. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Hey.
And this is our first time doing it. And most of you probably know us because we've been plugging ourselves on our social media.
And he's on commercials, in case you didn't know that.
And she's on radio.
Bakit ka nahihiya with your commercials?
Because... Wala lang. We'll talk about that in the future. But for the people who maybe have stumbled upon this podcast, which is on Spotify and iTunes now, maybe they don't know us. We have to introduce ourselves. It's that's the stereotypical pilot episode.
I mean, you have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just talk and put out your opinions out there.
No. Okay,
them
so
knowing you.
my name is JC, and of course we have
I'm Rica.
Well, we're gonna introduce ourselves. Let's say, go ahead, Rica. Tell them who you are. Sino ba?
Oh my goodness, so much pressure. Okay, so hi, I'm Rica. I'm 25 years old. Just kidding.
No, I think that's good. That's relevant.
Yeah.
Because I'm 27, and I think. Oh, bitch ka. Oh, that's the good one. We'll talk about that later.
Lies.
So you're 25.
Yeah, and so I work on radio. So
Hey, me too.
We're both on radio. And it's always been a dream of mine to work on radio. So this is like a dream come true. And then on top of that, like the cherry on top, is having a podcast where I can
Which was never part of your dream. But
No.
No, to be honest, this was not part of my plan. I never thought, podcast, that's
But
my dream.
it would be great. Like I always listen to podcasts and everything.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Oh.
But it's so weird because I listen on YouTube.
All right. Well,
they have,
we'll talk about
yeah.
that later when we talk about why the podcast. So you're radio DJ. Oh, why am I asking? I know this about you.
I'm a DJ and also I'm a freelance makeup artist. It's like one of my passions in life, and I'm actually really actually it was my sister. She told me na parang you're really lucky that you found your passion in life because not a lot of people have that. And then I kind of realized na oo nga no, not a lot of people have like this like alam mo yung parang streamlined na dream na this is where you go.
And you got there.
Yeah, and I really feel lucky. So I thank you to kung sino man yung nasa taas.
The radio gods.
The gods.
The gods.
For making this happen. And also...
What else are you into? I mean, I know what you're into, but maybe what people might not know about you.
I like to cook and to bake. And before, actually, I don't know if you know this about me, but I wanted to become a chef on a cruise because, you get to travel the world.
Oh, true. I was like, why a cruise?
Because you get to travel the world.
I was like, that's a very specific thing.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. Right.
And when I went on a cruise with my family, I thought it was the best thing ever. Like, you had, free stuff and everything.
I've never been on a cruise.
Really? It's really nice. And you meet people from around the world.
I want to go on the Backstreet Boys cruise. Do you know that one?
Akala ko yung sex cruise.
What sex cruise?
There is such a thing. No, there is such a thing.
Dahil podcast na, pwede na maging bastos.
Hindi.
No, but actually, we'll talk about why we want to get into podcasting later. Are you?
So, yeah.
We don't want to spend. I feel like we could talk forever about it.
Forever, yeah. So there, just a little bit about me. So
right.
How about you, JC?
My name is JC. And also radio DJ. Fun fact: Rica and I we started here at RX almost the same time in terms of. Officially being recognized. Officially being recognized as but Rica started as a student job.
I did. I trained for a year.
Yeah. So, but I got hired first.
Yeah. And
so technically, I'm her senior.
Obviously, in that situation, parang alam mo iniisip ko na, oh my gosh, am I gonna get hired? So parang I was confiding with JC na parang, you know what, I should just give up and stuff like that. And he told me to not to.
And here we are.
Look at us now. Look at me. Okay, go.
Baka ma-copyright that. Is it okay?
No.
Well, if you sound really good, that didn't sound
What
good.
is that shade I'm hearing?
And then, and I love food. If you have me on Instagram, we'll plug ourselves later.
Yeah,
Shane.
okay.
But I love food. Big foodie. Shout out to the foodie station.
Hey.
What's up? Also, I have recently, in the past 2 months, have recently undertook minimalism. So that's something that I am incorporating into my life, and hopefully something that I could talk about. Okay, so let's get moving on to things. Why do we want to do this podcast? I'll start.
Okay.
Well, like Rica said, we talk for a living, and radio was your dream, right? And my dream was always just talking in general, not necessarily radio. Radio wasn't in my plan. We'll talk about that another time, but I love what I do now, and I think podcasting is just an extension of what we do. But here's
like
the other
arm.
thing. Here's the cool thing about podcasting, because we are millennials. I'm still a millennial. I'm still young.
Okay, so I'll say yes to that.
But with millennials, we have the shortest attention span ever. We're like goldfish, diba?
Yeah, we are.
So it's like, what was I talking about again? I'm just kidding. No.
Nice point, JC.
It's like 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes is our attention span.
Yeah.
And then that's it. So I think podcasting is great because it's longer than 2 minutes long. And the few people, or at least the small selection of millennials who are, well, I feel that's who our target market is. If they can get past the initial goldfish period,
then they're hooked.
They're going to listen to us, whether we like it or not. And millennials as well, we have this tendency to want to listen to other people's feelings about things. Well, I don't know why. I mean, because an example, when you watch a movie, before you watch a movie, what do you
like to see?
What do you normally do? Reviews, right?
Yeah.
And why do you care? I mean, obviously you don't want to waste money on a movie, but also we have this thing where we always go into something, we want to know what other people think, and we form our ideas around that. And
right.
I feel like that's what we can do here on this podcast. We can let people who want to know about what we're. I don't know why people want to know why people think, what people think, but it's true.
I think it's also because they want to know that they're not alone in how they feel about things.
Yes, or they want to know
what they think
yeah.
about.
Okay, true.
And plus, I think podcasting right now is super okay with millennials and it's millennial thinking in general.
It's a growing thing here.
It's because podcasts, it's not just like one topic, the whole thing, right? You have like different things.
Unless it's a themed podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time it's just whatever comes to mind.
whatever you talk about, right? So if you have like that goldfish, what do you call that? Mentality.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's I just made that up. I don't know if that's a real
parang ganun, like the 2 minutes. You could listen to one part of the podcast and then
you can pause it.
Yeah, pause. Or if you want to listen to the next
or if you want to
thing,
skip Rica's parts and just get to my parts.
Or like delete JC's parts.
And also the other cool thing about why we want to do podcasts, because we work in radio, and of course on radio there's certain rules.
Yeah.
And we abide by the rules most of the time. And we love it.
Yeah.
We love it. But then there are things that we can't say simply because we're gonna get fired, or
we're gonna have a memo,
or we'll
from the
get
KBP.
fined. Oh my god! So
no, but I think the rules, especially because it's mass media, it's fine because a lot of people listen to it. At least
I listen to it.
At least with a podcast, only a few select people who want to listen to the podcast would reach out to us.
For now, it's only small. We hope to grow it really big. We hope that people care about what we have to say.
Yeah,
about
so
stuff.
if you want to listen to us, then you can listen to us. And if you don't want to because we talk about this kind of thing or like politics, whatever, then you can just,
Well, that's a good thing. We're not going to talk about politics.
Yeah.
We're going to stay away from it. After we asked people, we have social media, which we'll plug later on.
Yes,
but if you already know, if you follow us already, you know that we've been asking questions about what the podcast should be about. So we actually I saw my phone right here. But people, what were the answers people were saying, like you said, millennial thoughts. Like they want to know why we feel a certain way. Maybe because they want to relate to us.
Before we get into that, I think so.
Oh, and we can swear.
Yeah,
we can say
do.
bad words.
Like, gosh darn it. That's too loud.
I'm gonna have to edit that to lower your voice.
Did you see the?
Oh yeah, you can see. By the way, we have there's a penis on our desk.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we can say penis.
Yeah, we can.
We can say.
I think we can say penis on air.
How about
because
throbbing cock?
I don't think we can. No,
would
we
we
can.
get fined for that, for saying that on air?
Yeah,
Throbbing,
especially if
veiny.
it's
Okay.
no, especially if it's out of context. If it's like, let's say you're quoting someone who said throbbing cock, then I guess you can.
Really? So
I
you
guess
could
you
say
can.
on air, Kanye West said that he had a big throbbing cock bulge. No, I don't think that would fly. You'd have to find ways
Can
to
I
say.
dare you?
Say what?
to say that one on air.
What? Throbbing? Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it on air. I love my job too.
Anyway, what was I saying?
Well, I was saying there's a penis on our desk, and I'm saying that because we want to clickbait you into also checking out. We're gonna post a video. We're live recording this on video as well because we plan to post it on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. I don't know if we have enough. I don't think we have enough memory on the camera. Actually, I didn't prepare for it, so it's probably gonna cut out early. But yeah, we have a penis on our desk if you want to watch us.
As I was saying.
What were you saying?
I totally forgot. But wait lang.
Great.
What was I talking about?
I don't know what you were talking about. I just
anyway,
talked
let's move forward. Maybe I'm gonna remember like in a few
along the
minutes.
way. Okay.
Yeah, along the way.
So anyway, I was gonna say we were listening, or we heard feedback from people what they want to hear, and then you said before anything else.
Oh, there we go.
That's
So
right,
before
it is.
anything else, I really thought that people would like answer with super intellectual stuff, like we want to hear you talk about feminism or something like that. Of course, it's good to talk about that, but it's nice that people want to hear something light, like cooking or your hobbies, or something, doing things on a budget and stuff like that.
Very what's the word? Not generic, but very
Holistic.
No, not holistic. It's like it encompasses a bit. It's a wide. It's a very.
Oh, I know.
Diverse and it.
Yeah, diverse.
No. Like it's a big topic. So let's say general. There we go. It's very general. Galing.
The smart
High
one.
five. Okay, so it's very general. So we've got travel. We've got food. Because of course we both like food. We got.
I think humans in general.
Yeah. Well.
who want to live in.
who want to survive. So we're delving into this. What do people want to hear us talk about? And we got those answers.
You know, what if some people want us to talk about something serious? Are you open to that?
I'm definitely open to talking about that. Of course, we want to start light and fluffy because that's, we don't want to turn away. Kasi bigla, we're going to talk about the... Because we're recording this, by the way, it's, what is it, the September... They did that at the start of some podcast. Oh, it's September 11, 2018. President Duterte just went on Facebook for like an hour. But it's heavy. We don't want to start with that. We want to start with like... pop culture, which of course we're well versed in because we work in... That's a big part of our job. So I guess we're gonna start with that. But this is the great part. We can ask. It's a fresh show. It's called the Halo Halo Show, which means it's halo halo mix
like
of anything. So of course I'm down to talk about serious topics in the future. And if you have any suggestions, you can hit us up on Twitter and Facebook, and you can even email if we have an email. We'll send that all at the end. But right now, that's what we're gonna talk about. What the podcast is gonna cover.
Yeah, you know what? I just want to say that sometimes I'm also scared of talking about serious topics because parang nauuna yung emotions ko.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but my concern with heavy topics is that there's always somebody who's gonna disagree with you, and that's okay.
Oh, yeah,
I think disagreement's good, but we've come to a point, I believe nowadays. And I know someone's gonna get offended that I'm gonna say this, but people are so easily offended, and there are people.
It's true.
And then there are people who would just take. There's a difference between people who are offended by something that warrants offense, and then there's people who actively look for something to be offended.
Right.
I hate. That's what I hate. Like you could.
Na parang chillax,
okay, I have an example. Here, delving into pop culture ish now. See Dylan Sprouse.
Okay.
That's the non-Riverdale twin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dylan Sprouse, he has a girlfriend, I think, right now, and they look the same. They look similar.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is. So there's a tweet that said, Dylan, what's his last name? Sprouse. O'Brien sasabihin ko sana. Dylan Sprouse looks more. Dylan Sprouse's girlfriend. That's the key term. Dylan Sprouse's girlfriend looks more like him than his own twin, referring to Cole. And then there was a reply to that tweet. And little did I know that his girlfriend is this famous model who's very successful.
Okay.
So for me, not knowing who the girl was, the tweet was funny because they do look the same. Mm-hmm. But then people were offended that they were saying like, put some respect on it. It should be her name, put her name there.
Okay.
Because it's Dylan Sprouse.
Sprouse.
Dylan
Sprouse.
Dylan Sprouse's girlfriend, and that's where people took offense. And I can understand why, because she's a successful person. But then the point of the tweet was to me, I think it was just supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be lighthearted. I feel like there was no inherent sexism or whatever. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but that's a bad way of thinking. Yun lang, that's stuff like that. That's why I think that
that's your take on it.
No, that's my take on in things in general in life, is that people get offended. And so I feel like the people who find that really offensive just found something to find offensive. But that's just me.
You know what? I remember
it could
this.
I could be totally
No, but
wrong.
I totally agree with you, because I remember this one tweet of this famous local celebrity here in the Philippines. She tweeted where when you say 1 + 1 is 2, Bianca Gonzalez. Yeah, she says, Bianca Gonzalez. When you say 1 + 1 is equal 1 + 1 is equal to, tama ba?
I don't know what you're talking about. Wait,
now I don't
Let
know
me
what
just
you're talking
remember. I was thinking of Inigo Pascual.
No. This is Bianca Gonzalez.
Okay, anyway.
Saying na parang if you say 1 + 1 equals 2, people will say, oh, no, sorry. Kunwari lang.
Great. We're not gonna cut this. This is live. We're not gonna.
Right?
We're not gonna edit. By the way, our podcast. We're gonna go with.
I think ang nangyari is if you say 2.
We have lost half of our listeners now.
Wait, let me
skip 15 seconds forward until Rica gathers her thoughts.
Let me get back to it. But ang point ng tweet niya is like people get offended a lot with what you say and like twist things.
Definitely.
You twist your words.
So that's why I feel like at first we should stray away from those hard topics. At first. Just because of that.
Now I really want to search the tweet.
Well, we don't have internet here. Gangsta. Oh, we're about 17 minutes in, by the way. Our plan was 30 because that's what people are saying.
Well, we kind of are halfway with our topics.
I don't know. I feel like we could talk forever about stuff.
Forever.
Okay. So, help us build the show. Let us know, like, if you could name, like, some portions. If you want to make some stingers for shoutouts. Shoutout ka namin. On air, hindi lang sa Twitter. Sa radio.
Gusto mong, ayun na, nawala na tayo ng listeners.
There we go. No, just kidding.
But like, I think that's also the good thing about podcasting is if you don't want to listen to us, just like, don't.
Yeah. But we're not I wish we had more time because I want to talk about, for example, that shoutout to hashtag Jameson. I didn't think it was the worst thing that like people like really blasted him for that. And I thought it okay, maybe granted he has money, right? And of course I take nothing away from the creatives.
Okay.
I think they deserve to get paid. But I don't think he was really trying to target like the integrity and the pay grade of artists. I think he was just trying to get something from his fans because he had these for example, One Direction I think one time had a thing and Louis I don't know which One Direction guy, he just said like, oh, I want a pizza, or he tweeted it or something. I saw a video of it and the fan brought him pizza. He didn't pay the fan. I know it's kind of a big jump from the whole shout out thing, but these fans, they're happy to do these things for these people. So when the hashtag Jameson guy said like, "Oi, can I get it? I'll give you a shout out." I think he genuinely meant to make the fan happy by giving them the shout out, and not that he was trying to lowball anyone. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
we
have to give a disclaimer that none of the stuff that we have that we say should be taken as like, well, obviously do your own research. Don't be spoon fed by us. But also whatever we say is just our opinion.
And plus, if we make a mistake, you could also tell us.
You can call us out on it.
But like when it comes to that one, because it's like tinitignan ko siya in the lens of me being a freelance makeup artist.
Yes.
And I totally get all these creatives work busting their ass off, not getting paid. And I think yung sa kanila lang, what they want to say is, you know what, wag mong ikalat sa mundo that it's okay to pay us with a shout out. But I mean, what he did wasn't really bad or anything.
It wasn't bad, but he wasn't
forcing
good.
anyone to do it.
And the thing is, I think people took malice in his words, and I think the guy was pretty nice.
Yeah.
I feel like because he guested at our station before, and I listened. He seemed like a down to earth kid. He didn't strike me as the kind of guy that went out of his way to just get free shit.
Right.
You know, like, I'm gonna really lowball these people. I don't think that's the case. I
think malay mo nga, once you get there, baka bigyan ka pa niya ng something.
Well, maybe,
you know,
but
diba?
He did say that he thought that the shout out would give the person exposure. I think, I felt like people were lambasting him for being intentionally cheap, and I don't think he was being intentionally cheap. I think he was just trying to get something from his fans rather, but not really. I mean, obviously he was trying to get it for free, but I don't think he was cheap. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense.
Sa akin lang kasi, pag ikaw ba, like, let's say, I wish we had the chance to ask this person na parang, pag ikaw ba, if you want to do something, and then, pinresenta sa'yo na, you know what, we're not gonna pay you, we're just gonna give you a shout out. Papayag ka ba?
Okay, actually, how about we talk about that? Okay, since we're talking about it now, we might as well just go into it.
What?
We'll just go into it, this topic. As freelance, you and I, we work freelance as hosts and whatever. And there's this big divide.
No, hire us, please.
No, there's this big divide between people who feel like X deals / non-paid work is not acceptable versus people who find it that they are. And I think it's different for people who really, draw and paint and create stuff on the computer, and maybe hosting is a lot different. But we're in the same realm of freelancing.
Yeah.
And I have taken jobs before that were almost very low pay.
Same.
But in the effort of networking and hopefully landing a bigger job. For example, I did something for a company a while back. It was really low, and I'm not gonna give the money, the prices, but it was really, really low, way below what I should have been getting. But then the following year, since I did such a great job, I know, kapal na mukha ako. Since I did such a great job, no, I took the job in hopes of proving myself to them, and I did. And the next year, they got me for almost 10 times of what they paid me. Initially. So it's like I paid my dues in that sense. So for freelancers, I feel like it's okay to take X deals sometimes. But that's just from a hosting perspective.
Okay.
I don't want to speak on behalf of the art people and the other people who probably bust their ass way more than as much as I people say that hosting is like, I could never do hosting. Hosting, I think, is very easy in the sense that you're talking and you're not mababash now. I'm gonna get bashed.
Hindi kasi sila in the same.
It's not in the same realm. It's not an art. Well, it's an art in terms of art of talking, but it's not an art. But but I've heard people get bashed.
Don't get me wrong. I also took jobs where they only paid me.
Okay, for example, so is makeup in that realm then of mga arts? Because it is.
I think so,
art
because at first you would build your profile, your portfolio. So most of the time, what I did was I accepted jobs where I don't get paid, where I only accepted jobs for GCs
or for products,
or
which are expensive,
sometimes even shoutouts.
So there we go. So,
but let me just finish.
Go ahead.
But
I'm gonna let you finish.
Let me finish.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But for me, I wish I didn't have to take those jobs.
Oh, yeah.
And I also don't tell other people to, you know what, wag ka muna magpabayad. I tell them that if you can get paid in your first job, then go. You do you, boo.
So you think
I didn't have that.
So you think the issue is encouraging people?
It's kind of like you're encouraging people, or you're
to work below their value.
Yeah. It's like that's just my take on it. We all do it, but we don't encourage people. Do you? You don't even want to talk about the amount they paid you.
Personally, I have told aspiring. Well, not that I'm any sort of like God tier host or something.
JC,
but
the God host.
I mean, you've gotten questions from maybe younger mga student jocks, for example, or just people who want to get into the hosting industry. I've given advice that you're gonna have to take low or even no pay. I mean, you even start hosting your friends' events, or a friend's birthday.
You know what? I also say that, but I also, as in like,
I want people to make the money that they deserve.
Because it's real. That's reality, diba? Na parang you really don't get paid a lot on your first job.
First few jobs.
Yeah.
Months, years, maybe even in the start. So, okay, at least we talked about it.
Yeah.
We're not getting paid to do this podcast.
But
you can sponsor
pay.
us.
But you can, we're open to cash.
Do you want to stick it at 30? You want to keep it at 30?
I mean, if you still want to talk about it.
Dude, I could talk forever. This
okay, fine. Let's extend a little bit more.
Okay, here's the thing. More. For all the people that want us to stop at 30, let us know. Tweet us right now. Mm-hmm. But we're going to keep going just for a little bit longer. Until we're 40. Basta, bahala na. Okay, so we were thinking of what we... Oh, man, we really diverted from where we were.
Ang init na.
Okay, yes. Walang aircon kasi dito, guys. The camera went to sleep. Why is that? I don't know. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Whatever we recorded, we'll post it on there. And if not, we'll just put the audio.
Right at the end of our super serious.
Oh, and actually, I don't even know if it was recording. Was it recording?
It said sleep.
Sige,
it was
do
recording.
Rica will keep the dead air from happening. I'm going to try and fix the camera.
Okay, so basically what we really want to do is to have a multiple camera setup so that you guys could see our beautiful faces.
Yes. Oh, God. Okay, that's going to make a noise. I just hit the mic. Okay, so yeah, we need your help building the show. So we really diverted.
Mm-hmm. No, but I think that's okay.
In
a real conversation, it happens. Right.
One of my ideas was that we would, because it's only going to be a weekly thing. The podcast hosting thing that I have, it's parang 5 episodes a month lang.
Okay.
So we can really realistically only post once a week. Mm-hmm. Kaya nga dapat habaan nga natin so that we can just talk. Anyway, one of my ideas, since we won't be doing it more than once a week, we can talk about the week in review, whether it be what we did in our own lives versus, and also what was trending. So I don't know what you want to call it. If any of the podcast listeners out there na have an idea.
Anong nangyari kay JC?
Tapos yung stinger natin. And I was thinking also if we and in the future, another plan that we have is to, of course, incorporate a third person.
Ooh, like a
third
guest?
Yeah, like a guest.
Ooh.
And I wanted to call that, I actually have a cool segment. It's going to just be called Mic 3.
Mike 3.
Yeah.
I love it.
Not just you and me. Mike 3.
Mike 3.
Boom, boom, boom.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. And I don't know if the week in review should cover just our week or also what happened. So anyway, if you guys have an idea, so let's try that out right now. Since we're at 27 and a half minutes, we're gonna go over the 30 that we had. Why are you laughing?
I want to burp.
Oh, sige, burp
but
ka
I
lang.
can't. Okay, anyway.
Okay, so we went to Baguio over the weekend.
Oh, yes, we did for our company outing.
Yes, and we don't want to bore you with all the boring details. We just I want to jump to the coolest part, which was the night market.
Oh yeah.
So Rica and I
cool.
and a couple of our coworkers, we went to the night market, which I'd never been to. Was it your first time?
No, I went there, I think, a couple of years ago.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, sobrang mura. It was so cheap.
Yes.
People were telling me stories. You can find mga shirts and stuff for 20 pesos.
Yeah, 10 pesos.
And I was like, that's bullshit. No way. And I went there, and it was 20 pesos. For a sweater.
Guys. We are not lying.
It's crazy.
I've been talking about it diba the whole time we were supposed to go there. I was saying na parang you guys could find 10, 5 pesos and stuff like that. So
no, it was insane.
Real.
And the only problems lang dun is, first of all, you got to be careful of yourself. Daming tao. It's like a nightclub, like a sweaty ass, grind on me, pretty Ricky nightclub.
But you didn't want to grind with these people.
No, and the clothes, you don't know where these clothes came from.
We were talking about it. It could come from a person who's dead already.
Somebody. No, totoo yun. And that's I don't know if that's an old wives' tale or a folk tale.
It could be.
They came from people who passed, and I don't know if it was on them when they passed, or they're just hand-me-downs, blah, blah, blah. But you know what I mean?
Feeling ko wala naman siguro.
Okay. So anyway, it smells there. It smells funky.
It
Not necessarily bad.
No, because they store it, I think, in a huge, what do you call that? Area or something.
Container. And you just pick from there?
Yeah, parang ganun container or something. Because you could feel that the clothes are wet because it rained. So you know that it's just exposed somewhere.
Okay.
Diba? You could feel it, diba? That it's wet because it just rained.
So tell them about what you bought. I mean, what did you buy? How much did you spend?
I spent 250 pesos for 2 blazers. One was corduroy and then one was, what do you call that? Para siyang yung lines. Anyway.
Stripes?
But this one, but bigger and thinner. Bigger yung squares, but thinner yung lines. There we go.
Plaid? Plaid ba?
Kind of.
Okay.
Pinstripe, parang ganun.
So, how many items? 2 blazers?
So, 2
or...
blazers. I got a shirt that's 10 pesos.
Okay.
And then, I got 2 dresses.
2 dresses. So, that's 5 items.
Yeah, 5 items.
So, bali 50 pesos per item if you're gonna average it.
Yeah.
Not bad. Mm-hmm. Bad. I got this, if you look on our video.
How much did you buy it for?
For the people who don't have the video.
And that's huge.
It's an ashtray penis. Ashtray penis. It's pretty big.
And yung size nga is like not Filipino.
Wait, ano ba? Ano ba size ng Filipino?
Hindi ko alam.
Bastos ka. Bakit alam mo yun? So you have surveyed the Filipino man?
No, it's just that what I hear from people. Yung ano lang.
Okay.
Haka-haka.
You know, when I was thinking about it, yung mga ganitong pasalubong, it's okay. For the people just listening through podcast, it's a ashtray with a giant phallic.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even a phallic. It's a penis. Because you can say eggplant is a phallic
symbol,
looking thing.
yeah.
No, it's actually a penis. So my question is, if you're gonna, if you've never been to Baguio, that's your friend is going. How do you request that? Parang, bro.
I think because it's so famous, you could just say
lang.
that get me a penis
Okay,
ashtray.
what if it was somebody who maybe you have a foreign friend who came here and then he's gonna go to Baguio, and for whatever reason you've never been to Baguio? How would you tell your friend or your mom? What if you're
I don't think you should.
Ma, can you can you get me the... And then that leads to a whole nother line of questioning.
So like, Ma, super uso daw ngayon ng ashtray na merong penis.
And then the line of questioning will be,
Anak, anong size?
Anong size? what color? what texture?
Iba-viber ko sa'yo yung picture,
With veins, with curve, what shape? Diba? Wala na. So, yeah.
No, I think it's just...
I spent 100 pesos. I don't know if I got ripped off. Pero 100 pesos lang naman.
And I think it's big naman kasi.
Sulit ba?
Alam mo yung pag they just listened at like this part na parang it's big kasi.
It's big kasi. Big.
Yeah, so I think was that the only thing that you bought in the night market?
I'm super kuripot, by the way. If you don't know
I'm kuripot, that's why I buy in the night market.
Oh no, I'm well actually it extends from kuripotism to minimalism.
No, and it depends on what you're kung saan ka kuripot.
That's
diba?
True. I'm not kuripot when it comes to food. I love food.
Yeah.
And I got into minimalism 2 months ago. I'll talk about it. I'd love to talk about it in the future. I have so much to talk about it that I don't want to do it now because we want to wrap up the episode in like 10 minutes or whatever.
You know what? For a concept that na parang ayaw mo nang masyadong maraming stuff.
Bagay.
Minimalism is such a long word.
It's a long word, no? How would you shorten it?
A complicated and long word. Can't we just say
minimalism? That's 5 syllables,
See? No? And you don't have a lot of words that you use in a conversation.
Kahit M lang eh. Kahit min.
So parang, I live in M.
I am a min. Okay na yun. I'm a min.
Yeah. We propose to the Webster's Dictionary
to change minimalism to min.
Just
Minimalism. 5 to 1 syllable.
Diba? And you don't have a lot of words that you use in a conversation that's like 5 syllables.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Okay. All right, so that's what we did in the week. So since we did the same thing pretty much, we can cut that now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about the week, this past week. What's hot and trending? Whoa, hot and trending.
Whoa.
What's a good term? What's a good name? Min.
Min.
H&T. So what's hot and trending? Okay, first of all, the Serena Williams lost to Naomi Osaka.
Okay.
We don't want to talk too much about sports because I don't know too much about sports, even only
Same.
basketball. But it was a big deal. That's the thing. So I know you live with Hazel, diba?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a friend named Hazel.
Very
passionate
about it.
Tennis.
And if you want to know her opinions, she posted it on Facebook and Twitter. You guys could follow her there. But for me, because I didn't watch the match and the post-game interviews and everything, for me, I think if it's easy to tell that there is sexism that happened in like the match or in the industry in general, you know what? People will call it out.
Yeah, people are split on that though. A lot of people are chastising Serena Williams. If you don't know who Serena is, by the way, from tennis.
Where have you been living under a rock?
For being losing her temper, which she obviously did. She lost her temper. There's no working around that. But also how she reacted after, the accusations that she felt were put on her. She also made accusations towards the referee. So people are kind of split on that. A lot of people are disappointed with her their actions. And for me, it was unprofessional. I mean, she's been playing tennis for years now. But also Hazel told me. Hazel, of course, our friend Hazel Hadi. She's told me that Serena has had this issue with the U.S. Open in particular, which makes it which I guess now I can empathize more. But for someone who's playing in the championship game, I feel like Hazel will agree with me. I think she could have kept her composure better. But still, I understand her anger.
Yeah.
And I empathize with her parang her accusations at the judge for being sexist, because it does if you don't know, she was called for a penalty for coaching, which I didn't know bala. Bawal pala coaching sa tennis.
I also didn't know, but I didn't know that because Hazel was my roommate.
Yeah.
She would tell me.
And the thing is, the qualm now is that it happens all the time though.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like they turn a blind eye. But in men's tennis, it's rarely called.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the sexism part arises.
Comes in. Yeah.
I didn't know that you couldn't text. You couldn't. Ganda ng backhand mo. No, I didn't know that you couldn't coach. So girlfriend of the week. Oh, we should have a girlfriend of the week. Naomi Osaka is to me so cute. I think she's I think she's gonna be the future of tennis.
Yeah, and even
first of all, she's really good.
Yeah,
but I think she's a good role model.
She
won. Yeah,
again.
She's a good role model for the sport, and she's part Japanese, diba? But I don't think she can speak Japanese.
Wait, so where did she?
I don't know. She grew up. I don't know. I should look into it. But what I love about Naomi Osaka, I grew up in Japan, by the way, for a little bit. I should have mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
But she has the mannerisms and the demeanor of the Japanese people in that she's very polite and she's very accepting and kind. If you're wondering what that sound is, Rica is tying her hair.
Sorry, it's just warm.
No, so she's very polite, and I think that she apologized for winning. That's so Japanese, diba?
And you know what? It's a little sad too.
Yeah, it's very sad.
You should be celebrating.
Yeah. And she was booed. She was booed when she won, and that's why I guess people are really angry at the crowd as well. And I guess the anger at the crowd diverted to Serena. Then is that this was her moment. This was her first ever Grand Slam. Grand Slam being like U.S., Australian, Wimbledon, and isa pa. Basta I can't remember now. French. Yeah, French. Si Nadal always wins there. And it should have been her crowning moment, and like this was I would guess the passing of the torch, but it was ruined.
You know what I think? Obviously, Serena didn't want to ruin the situation or like the event and anything, but it's just she's an outspoken woman, and she will fight for what she believes in. And you wouldn't think that she would choose. Hindi naman siya mamimili ng situations where she would fight.
Yes.
Kasi parang, hello, would you let the situation pass if you think that you could speak up against it?
But here's the thing, it was in the middle of a match. I feel like it could have been handled differently. Better? Oh, definitely better. I mean, I think it could have been handled much better. And I mean, you're in the middle of a match.
But don't you think the umpire is also to blame? These things are just...
The judge? Or I don't know. Is that called the umpire?
Yeah,
whatever,
umpire.
The guy in the chair, right?
Things talaga... these things sinabi lang to sa akin na, but I think... don't you think the umpire is to blame because he ba?
Well, it's a guy.
Yeah,
or I think it was a guy.
He could have also not called that... what do you call that?
The coaching thing, but
violation.
No, but the thing is, I was reading just like people's parang in defense of the umpire as judge. He was just doing his job. The coach was coaching, whether Serena saw it or not. The coach, I know this because the coach admitted that he was coaching, and that everyone. True. So he was doing his job.
But Serena, and then
but he still called a coaching violation, which as a judge is fair. And then when Serena broke her racket, that's also in the rules. I don't know the tennis rules, but I got super into this whole thing. That breaking the racket is also a penalty.
Yeah.
So he called that. And then when Serena was verbally attacking him, he called the verbal abuse call penalty. So if you look at the penalties and all the things leading up to the penalties, every penalty was warranted.
Okay, fair. It is.
But so is the judge to blame? That's more of an inherent matter. Was the judge sexist? We don't know that. The judge will probably never admit to saying, "Oy, I called that because I'm sexist."
She's a woman.
No. So it's all a matter of subjectivity now. Are you on Serena's corner and feel like she was wronged by this man in the chair? Or are you on the judge's side saying that it should be equal, that he called it like he saw it, and she's just being parang OA. So
I think in the end, there should be a point that we should stop talking about this issue, not sexism, but this issue, so that Naomi can fully celebrate her win.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun, na parang, okay, stop na sa umpire, sa kay Serena.
And
we can talk about sexism.
It detracted from
diba?
that. The whole thing detracted from her win. But anyway, congratulations.
Diba? Na parang, I just want to give her a party or something.
All right, so we'll stop at probably 45.
Yeah.
The last thing, what's trending that I saw on Twitter is the Netflix movie, which Rica hasn't seen yet. Sierra Burgess is a big loser. It's about catfishing.
These are all things that I haven't watched.
Oh, it's about.
I'm so sorry.
It's about catfishing.
Okay, catfishing.
So obviously, I wanna go in depth about catfishing.
Maybe
next. But there's a problem with it because, well, if you haven't seen the movie, probably pause muna or skip to the end. But it's about catfishing, and actually a lot more than catfishing. There's. Do I mind if I spoil? Anyway,
what?
I was gonna spoil it for you, but.
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, anyway, it's about catfishing, and people are saying that the catfishing was met with a happy ending.
Okay.
At the end of the movie. And catfishing is wrong, right?
Yeah, it's
definitely
bad.
Bawal yun eh.
But in the story,
you know what? I opened up this can of jars, and I want to talk about it. We'll save this for next time.
Okay.
Because we need to end it at 45. It goes by so fast pala, no?
No, and
podcasting.
I'm gonna watch it. I want to watch it so that I have something to say about it. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. Galing na.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
It's the end. Bye.
Yeah. But if you liked it, please let us know. We do really encourage people to let us know what you think. So if you thought we were too madaldal somewhere, or if we were boring, just be constructive about it. Don't be a bitch.
And no, like,
don't be like, you
belt
suck, I never
thing.
want to listen to you.
Yeah.
Or sana you remove Rica and just keep JC na lang. Parang,
huwag naman ganun, guys. Kasi sana kayo mawala.
yeah, but to reach out to us, you can hit us up on Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. We're gonna post this on YouTube soon as well. We're on Spotify and iTunes. If you're listening to us now, obviously you know where we are already. But if you ever want to switch platforms, I think we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify. We're at The Halo Halo Show everywhere except for Instagram. Kasi may nauna na The Halo Halo Show.
Did you check it out?
Yeah, I checked it out. That was
Who's
sa Twitter.
Can't
I don't know nga. I tried to hit him up. Wala nga eh.
What?
So if you somehow get The Halo Halo Show on Instagram, could you park yourself on there, and then we'll buy it from you.
Do you guys know anyone from Instagram or who we can email?
No, I tried that. I tried that because I wanted to change my IG.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of IG handles, where can they find you?
Oh, wait. Before anything, before
we have like 2 minutes
can
left.
Can I just say that I'm really happy and nervous about this podcast, but mostly happy because, I'm a very private person, and I vowed to myself that I'm going to be more open in this podcast. Because obviously, I can't be that open in
radio.
In radio because, you don't want to know about my problems or anything, stuff like that. Yeah. I'm not going to here.
Yeah, please. Are you going to problem drop on everyone?
No, but it's just that I'm going to be more open and more, free when it comes to, talk about myself.
All right. Yeah. And it's great.
Thank you.
Okay. And thank you very much. By the way, Rica and I had this whole thing, we had a whole thing planned way back in the day.
Yeah.
Pero we
life happened.
And now we finally are back on track.
Yeah.
Doing it. Yeah, you can find you on where? Rica G.
Rica G.
3
everywhere.
G's for safety.
Yes. I also have a YouTube account.
Oh, so yeah. Plug. We got about 1 minute. Plug the rest now.
Fine, my lip story. That's it.
Nice. Oh, if you need makeup done, she has a portfolio then.
Wow.
Oh, di ba? Ang galing ka mag-plug na.
Okay. Manager.
You can find me at It's Me JC, JAYSEE. Add an extra E for Twitter. Kasi may nauna din sa Twitter eh. JC Montemayor. And he didn't tweet.
Whoever you are.
No, he signed up, didn't tweet, probably logged out, and never came back. So I can't reach out to them.
JC Montemayor, let go of your Twitter handle.
I know, if you're listening. So anyway, thank you very much. Hit us up. You can email us also at thehalohalo@gmail.com. If if you want to pay us.
Wow,
Sponsorship. Grab it. No.
sponsorship.
Just thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one. Do we have an extra song?
Do-do-do-do.
Bye!
Dahil na siya.